What's going on? DJ Hoppa here, and we are actually in beautiful New York City inside of the Serato space. Today we wanted to bring you the Hercules DJ Control JogVision. This is the first controller that Hercules has put out that utilizes the Serato software. So out of the box, it works seamlessly with Serato DJ Intro. You can also use it with Serato DJ, the actual Serato DJ software. So you can either upgrade it and use it that way, or if you already have Serato DJ, you can plug right into the JogVision, and it works flawlessly. So today, what we want to talk about is a little bit about beat matching, and actually, more importantly, dropping on the one, the first step of beat matching. We're talking about manual beat matching. So obviously, within the software and with the controller, I've got a sync button. So I can actually allow the software to sync the beats for me if I want. But there's something sort of, I don't know, there's something more musical, I guess, about being able to actually manually sync the tracks together. So that's what we're going to focus on today, and the first step of that. I need to show you a few functions before we get going into the exercise. So a few things that are going to be important. One is you'll need a pair of headphones. So I've actually got my headphones plugged in, and you want to plug those in right here on the bottom of the controller. There's actually two plugs for it, and I've got my volume control here. All right, so you can also set up for the headphones to be on Q or mix. I want you to put it on Q, all right? And then if you come up to the top of the JogVision, I've got two buttons as well that have a pair of headphones on them. And it'll light up blue when you've selected that deck. So I can either listen to just A, just B, or both of them if I want. And what I want you to do is I want you to listen to the one that we're bringing in. So here's how we're going to do this. I've loaded the exact same tracks on both decks. So both of the decks have the same track. I'll play it for you. So that's on this side, and on this side, same exact thing. All right? So what we're going to do is we're going to start by going back to the beginning of the tracks. And actually, if you put your headphones in, you'll be able to hear all of this, and they don't hear it out here. So this is why the headphones are so important, because you're queuing up what is next. You're getting ready for what you're going to bring in next. The headphones are very important in that way. We're always a step ahead. So I'm going to play something off of the right deck, off of deck B. And what I want you to notice is the structure of the beat first. So we've got a couple of different sounds here. I'll go back to the beginning. This is the one. We always sort of talk about the one. Why is the one so important? Well, everything happens on the one. All changes within the track into the structure of the track happen on the one. That's why the one is so important. And the one is often referred to as the downbeat as well. And that's because there's usually a kick on the one. So let me accentuate that. So it'll always have sort of that sound on it, and that would be the one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's actually go back to that. There are a couple of different sounds. So this is the one, which is that kick drum. 1. Same sound? No, much different sound, right? That's a higher sound. It's a sharper sound. This is another drum. This is the snare. Okay, so that's the 2. This is the 3. Let me go back to the beginning so you can hear it. So 1, 2, 3. Same kick sound, right? And then let's go back to it and let's look at the last beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it goes kick, snare, and this is sort of the general rule in terms of drum programming is kick, snare, kick, snare. Now the snares are going to sit on the 2s and the 4s, and the kicks are usually going to be on the 1 and the 3. Now with all different types of music, they may have different drum patterns, but the snares are always going to be on the 2 and the 4. It's a sharper sound, and the reason why I'm spending so much time talking about that is because that's going to be a sound to match up to. So when I started beat matching, I was always matching up to the kicks. And while you're going to start it on the 1, really what you're looking for is do those snares line up? Does the 2 and the 4, do they line up? And the snare being a sharper sound, it'll give you a better idea of if, in fact, you are right on the sound or not. The kick kind of bleeds. It's not necessarily so tight. All right? So we're always looking for, do the snares line up? And if the snares line up, everything is lined up. So before we get started, I need to show you the pitch control and the setting for that to make sure it's set to the right spot. So what the pitch control does is it controls tempo. So faster, slower. I want to make sure that that's set to the exact same. So we're going to just put that at 0, which is you'll feel a little notch when you move the controller. And I want to make sure that that's exactly at 0 so that they're the exact same track, exact same speed. So our focus here is making sure that our timing of bringing this in is exact, that we're being able to drop in exactly on the 1, all right? So I'm going to have you put your headphones in. One side you're just going to play, so we're just going to play deck B and just let it run. All right, get back to the beginning. And on this deck, so I've now selected my headphone for A. Get back to the beginning. I just want you to see if you can drop in on the 1, and we're going to use those baby scratches. You can tell whether it's off or on. You can use an 8th note or a 16th. If those snares are lined up. Takes a little bit of practice, so don't get frustrated if you don't get it right away. So we're going to have you practice that over and over again, and the things to keep in mind are, do those snares line up? All right, are they exactly on top of each other? And if you're noticing that they're not, it may be a few things. So let me actually just go to this track really quick and show you what might be wrong. If you're not queued up to the actual sound, if you're not like right at the beginning of the sound, like let's say you're too far back, there's going to be that pause there, and that's what's going to throw everything off. So it's going to make it so that the track is not lined up. Or if you're too far into it, right, then now that's going to be off. So it's really important that you're exactly on the right spot of that, and then again, making sure that the timing is on. So if your timing is off or you're pushing too much, it's going to throw everything off. Now, this manual way of doing this, like I said, takes a lot of practice. It's the same as it would be with any other instrument. So again, don't get frustrated if it takes a while. Work on it and really try to get that down. A lot of DJs refer to this as having the right touch when it comes to that, and that's going to happen over time. So with practice, it'll get easier and easier. That is dropping on the 1 right here on the Hercules DJ Control JogVision using Serato DJ Intro. I'm DJ Hoppa. We've got an exercise right below on the link. Click on that, download it, practice. Practice makes perfect. And we'll catch you on the next one.